Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing with Confidence. As always, I am your host, Joshua David, and we are happy to have you with us today. Once again, as always, repeating every single week, I have my good friend. He is my good pal. And yes, he is the one and the only Mr. Al Connickson. Al, how are you doing today?
You know what? I am doing really well, Josh. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Every time we talk about the stock market, we are both always doing good because it's always a great market.
Yeah, we almost don't look forward to holidays because the market's closed.
And there, well, holiday coming up here. So this week, 4th of July week, and happy 4th for everybody. But our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, 25 years teaching people just like you how to trade and invest with the stock market. Also, other markets that we're going to get into here today. We're going to talk about some different techniques and strategies on options, futures, Forex, cryptocurrency. So people that are looking for income strategies, stay tuned. We're going to talk about different income strategies. A lot of people are looking for that right now, especially with this crazy inflation. But we're also going to talk about wealth strategies, whether that's 401k, IRA, whatever that may be. There's different strategies that people are looking for, and we're seeing that are coming to the academy here to learn more on how to self-direct their portfolios. So we're going to talk about some different techniques, strategies, and really having more confidence to do that themselves. And that's some of the things I want to talk about here today, Al, is really having confidence in your investments. So many people are, they're in the market, but they're not really making their decisions in the markets. They're having a stranger do that. And some of the things that I'm seeing right now when we talk about these investing classes a little bit later is they're saying, well, the market's down now, we should be buying. Well, that's called gambling, is when you guess. You don't want to guess when to get in the market. So you need a strategic strategy that's designed to follow the smart money. We talk about this every week. The smart money is the banks, the institutions, and that's what our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, has, is a strategy that's designed to follow them to make smarter investing decisions. So, Al, real quick, what's going on with the market? You got to do a little recap as you always do, but also, how are you at Online Trading Academy helping people make smarter investing decisions?
Yeah, well, there's a lot going on in the market. Inflation still, I think, is the big key. Are we going to go into recession? Some people think we're already there. Those are things that are on people's minds. On Thursday, the PCE, the producer consumption expenditure came out. It was a little bit lower than was forecast, which is kind of a positive. However, it wasn't strong enough or compelling enough for the Fed to back off of what they're doing. So we're going to see more big rate hikes coming up, and how long that will happen, it's hard to say. It really depends on what's happening in the economy.
They've been talking about a lot.
We're going to be going into earnings season. We're at the end of the second quarter, so we'll have some rebalancing going on. Just a lot of things that, fortunately for us, are always moving the market. So there's always something going on,
Which is great.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple of things I want to warn people about. One was hoping, guessing and hoping. Those should not be part of a plan. If you're guessing what's going to happen, if you are letting your opinion and you think you know more than the market, if your opinion is guiding your decisions, a lot of people are realizing, especially since the beginning of this year, that their decisions are not always right. Maybe they were before. Before when we're in a strong bull market, almost anything you buy is going to do well.
It's almost like throwing darts, like it was back in the floors of the exchanges, in the 80s.
Right, when the Wall Street Journal did that experiment where they had actually monkeys throw darts at symbols on a wall, and those monkeys actually outperformed the money managers during that time
That's
period.
how it was the past few years up until this year.
Right. So, in a bull market, everybody's a genius. In a bear market, they take a big step down that ladder.
And you know what they do? They say, "Oh, I step back for a little bit."
Yeah.
So you need a consistent strategy in the
Right.
market. So how do you help people be consistent?
Well, what you have to do is have a strategy or no strategies that work in different market conditions. And it really comes down to, I think last week I said, here's the secret to being successful in the market is follow the money. And basically what we're saying is just follow the successful people, and they're successful because they know what price to pay to get into something. They've done all the work. We don't have to do that work.
And that's the institutions, right? The banks.
That's the institutions.
Okay.
That's the Wall Street firms, hedge fund managers. but they know the accurate price to get into something because they know the true
So how do
value.
you follow that then?
Well, you have to have a strategy that somehow identifies what they're doing.
Okay.
And on a price chart, it's there. Everything is there that you need to know on a price chart if you know how to read a price chart. But everybody's going to be a little different as to maybe what they want to get out of the market, why they are participating in these markets. And we actually ask that question in the classes you're going to be talking about. What is your goal? Why do you want to participate in the markets? Do you see the benefits there for you? And it's going to be different for different people. But one trait that those successful people have is that they're disciplined enough to follow a strategy that's part of a plan. And that plan for the successful traders includes a step-by-step process, a set of rules that they follow religiously for every trade, every action that they take or that they make, which kind of helps to keep it simple. It's we also reference every once in a while, uh, kind of do an analysis with being a casino. People say investing's gambling. Well, it's not gambling. You should look at yourself as being a casino. Casinos don't lose over time. They are always successful because they set the rules. The rules are set to put the odds in their favor, and you need to do the same thing.
Yep.
So you need to plan, and that's one of the things that we have been doing for 25 years at the Online Trading Academy is helping people put together a plan that's specific to them, that covers different market conditions, and helps them to use strategies and assets that provide the greatest benefit to them.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you brought up just briefly before that is you have to identify where they are buying and where they are selling. You can't do this. You can't learn how to identify institutional trading out of YouTube. I'll tell people that. You can't identify how to do that by reading a book. That's just knowledge. Knowledge isn't power. Knowledge is just knowledge.
It's worthless
You have
unless you know how to use it, when to use it, why
yeah,
to use
you
it.
have to build the skills. And over the past few years, I mean, like you said, it was like throwing darts at whatever, and people did really well. I was actually teaching a class just recently, and there was a student in there, and they were like, "Yeah, the last 2 years, man, I did really good. I was buying stocks, and I was making a lot of money." They said, and they said, in the last 6 months, I lost it all. So that's why you need a strategy that's consistent in the market. And as we progress here today, I'm going to talk about some different characteristics that you need in trading investing. And Al already talked about the first one is being disciplined. You got to have a disciplined plan and follow that plan to make smart investing decisions. If you're that person that wants to need some help, looking for a plan, looking to build some discipline in the financial markets, we have investing classes locally here at academies. And these are classes where we've taught thousands just like you are many strategies, and these are designed to teach you to make better investing decisions. So if you're listening to the show right now, get your phone ready. I'm going to give you a text number to text in for some tickets for an investing class, also a insider's kit that will help you get started right away. So text right now. Text the word investing to the number 210 210. That's investing to the number 210 210 for those tickets for our local classes, local centers here. If you're listening to the show, we have a center near you. When I say center, that's an academy near you. Coming up next, I want to continue talking about some of those characteristics, how to identify supply and demand, and also how to make smart investing decisions for income strategies in the markets. This is Josh and Al. We will be right back.